Hello everybody, it's time for my new Thursday live video where I just show you what I'm stamping this week. So I've got something fun to share with you, and we're going to use this color combination that I really like for fall. So I've got Cajun Craze and Bermuda Bay. And I just really like these bright, vibrant, but yet fall colors. So what I want to do is start with some stamping on this little piece of basic white. And I am using the word thanks. That's from the Biggest Wish stamp set. If this is one you don't have yet, it's really nice and versatile because it's got several different occasions, but I also really like the font. Like you can use the big bold letters, you can use the script, or you could do like happy birthday or happy birthday and combine them like that. So that is where I got my thanks greeting. And I'm going to pull in my Cajun Craze ink and just stamp thanks right on the center there. And then we'll attach that to a small strip of Bermuda Bay cardstock here. Oops, get it straight. And then I've got a Bermuda Bay card base. So I'm going to line up my corners, use my bone folder there. And then this is a layer of Cajun Craze that I've cut down just a little bit so that we'll see the Bermuda Bay poking through. Okay, so just like that. And then I have a piece of designer paper, of course, trimmed down. This started 12 by 12. And let me show you really quickly in the catalog where this comes from. You might not recognize it. In the back of the catalog or in my online store, when you are shopping, when you have an order that is $150 or more, you qualify for Stampin' Rewards. So there are some exclusive things that you can choose from to spend your reward dollars. And one of those is this Pattern Party 12 by 12 designer paper pack. So you use $18 of rewards, but it's a $30 value. There's actually 48 sheets. I'm going to pull this up closer just a little bit so you can see. One of the sides has like lots of fun, bright, colorful patterns. And then the back on them is all black and white, a variety of patterns. You see the leaf one right here that I'm going to use? So you've got some stripes, some polka dots, some gingham. You've got all sorts of different patterns, fun, bright colors, and then on the back, black and white. So if you have not yet checked this out, next time you do an order, when you reach that $150 threshold where you qualify for Stampin' Rewards, this is definitely one I would suggest. Okay, so back to the card. Bermuda Bay card base, Cajun Craze layer, a piece of that designer paper, and then my thanks. So I can just really easily finish that quick and creative fall card. What I want to do though is pull in this other one that I did. Do you see the comparison here? Just adding that little bit of color to the background on the designer paper, I think really makes a big difference. So here is what we're going to do. I'm going to show you how to add that little bit of color. So I'll set that one off to the side, just pull out this piece, and I'm going to pull in Bermuda Bay ink and grab my Cajun Craze again. And where did it go? Some little sponge daubers. So I'm going to start with my sponge dauber with Cajun Craze. I'm just going to tap it on there. Sometimes I like to go on my scrap paper just to get a little bit of the ink off before I go to the designer paper. So I'm literally just going to kind of randomly brush over the leaves. And you can see already what a big difference that made, right? Let me see if I have, hold on, I've got some paper over here, even just this little piece. That's such a difference already to just add that tiny bit of ink compared to when it's just that stark white. So now what I'll do is just kind of go back. Before I was just swiping, now I'm gonna go back and like do little circles and make some of the areas more pronounced, a darker Cajun Craze. And this is entirely random. So I'm just adding more ink in certain spots. Okay, then I'm going to take my sponge dauber, dab a little bit on Bermuda Bay, and just really gently and randomly add a little bit of that blue Bermuda Bay, just to give it that subtle pop of color. Again, you know, you can see the big difference between the plain white and the one with a little bit of color. And then this one where I did even more. This one I got a little heavy-handed with Cajun Craze intentionally. I want to try on this one and do a little bit more intentional dark with Bermuda Bay. See what that looks like and which one I like better. So you'll have to tell me in the comments if you like it with the more bold Bermuda Bay or if you like it with Cajun Craze being the more dominant color. Let's see, maybe some in here. Got really heavy up there, didn't I? Balance that out a little bit over here. But it's really random, and you can make it, you know, whatever you want it to be. You can just keep adding color, whatever you want. Okay, so if I pull this back in, lay this one on here, and my thanks. Versus this one. Can you see a little bit of difference? I think I can. The one on the right has that more, you know, you see the Bermuda Bay popping out a little bit more. Then the one on the left, you see a little more Cajun Craze. So tell me in the comments which one you like better. Do you like the left or the right? More Cajun Craze or more Bermuda Bay? Which of those appeals to you more? Either way, whichever choice you make, I think we could all agree that adding that little bit of color with the sponge daubers adds so much compared to just having the plain black and white designer paper. And if you remember in that package, there are all sorts of black and white designs. So see, the colorful is on one side, black and white on the back, stripes, polka dots, gingham, all of that. You can add ink with the sponge dauber to any of those black and white patterns and totally change the look of that designer paper. So that is what I have for you today. Again, let me know which of these you prefer, the Cajun Craze or the Bermuda Bay. And just leave that comment for me. And thanks so much for watching this week. Have a good one.